Coach, you want to start with a statement, and then we'll take questions.
Yeah, as expected, it was a great match. Marquette's an awesome team. I thought the first two games we just had opportunities. I told them, I said, I think you played a good game. We just gave up some random points. When we had opportunities in transition, we didn't necessarily take advantage of it. So I think two things happened in 3, 4, and 5. I thought we were cleaner. We were much better in transition when we had opportunities to score. And then they obviously got a little bit rattled, and they started, I think, making some uncharacteristic plays or getting tentative that allowed us to be successful in big transition. But no question, big win for a lot of reasons. That's a big RPI game for us. We have a goal of winning a Big East championship, and these matches are huge.
Your dig transition, especially in Game 4. I mean, I know you want in-system plays because that's just the way you draw it up. But I mean, those plays spark the crowd, they spark the team. When you guys were starting to string those together, did you feel like the momentum was really shifting?
Absolutely. And, that's where the crowd becomes a factor. I mean, when we would go on those long runs in 3 and 4 and in 5, I mean, the atmosphere gets going. It's interesting. We just had Jordan Larson come talk to the team this week, and I'd never looked at it this way. She talked to the team of paying attention to the momentum of a game. And, there was the ball that Ellie Bolton made the incredible play. Everyone's going crazy. Like, we got to go back and try to score there, take that momentum. So, we were even talking about that. I was telling a couple of players, like, we have the momentum. And there was a challenge that I thought about doing in one of the games. And I was like, okay, we have the momentum. I'm not going to do it. So I'm trying to think of it that way, especially at home, because I think the crowd does do a lot for us.
Kirsten, you mentioned here earlier you wanted to do two things well, just serve and pass. I guess, to what standard did your team do that, in your opinion?
Well, I haven't seen our passing stats, but I thought we passed pretty well. We had moments of some letdown. Serving, the first two games, one of the things we said is they're siding out at will. In the first game, they were first ball killing at will. And some of that is teams are alert and ready, and sometimes in 3 and 4 and 5, the fatigue sets in and you start to break down a little bit. But I thought as we got more comfortable, our serving got better. And that's going to be really key, continuing to do that all season.
I know it's hard to read in a match, but it seemed like your communication on your side of the net got better as the match wore on. Did you notice how much of an impact that made in terms of just players not running into each other as much and listening to the left or right side?
Well, what I thought I saw as the match went on is we started to understand what they were doing. You can do a scouting report and, you try to simulate it in the gym, but they started to, Kiana's block in the 4th game, like we've been talking about that, and she finally made the drop. So some of those things were good to see, kind of making some adjustments based on what they were doing.
Team set a season high in blocks. You just mentioned Kiana's block. Can you talk about how that impacted the offense?
Well, I didn't think we got a lot of blocks early. So, again, when they're scoring at will, that's not only a back row issue, it's often more a front row issue. And so, we really challenged our blockers to go get touches on the ball and take some risks, because if they're in system, they go so fast, you're going to be one-on-one. But I thought they did a nice job, and we did come up with some clutch blocks that were really impactful for the match.
What did Ellie give you just coming in, just solidifying that back row and, getting some crazy ups and allowing you guys to score in transition?
Yeah, she did a great job. I thought Ava did a great job too. It's an offensive it's an offensive versus defensive decision, although they both are very good defensive players. But I thought, Ellie just is a high energy kid, and she comes in and she brings some calm. She's just older, so I thought she did a nice job, and she was so great about, she was disappointed she didn't get the start, but she said, I'll be ready to go whenever you need me, and I thought she did a great job when called upon.
2 more with Coach.
Nora had 3 unforced errors in a row, wide, long, only 2 the rest of the night. What did you think about the way she bounced?
Nora's just getting, you can see her mental toughness continuing to grow. And I think she's worked hard to be able to say, okay, if I make some errors, I'm going to regroup and move forward. And that was a perfect example as we're doing that tonight.
Keely had her career high in digs tonight. Can you talk about her impact that it has to have her keying in on defense as well?
Yeah, I thought Keely had a great night. She also passed the ball really, really well overall. So, yeah, again, she's so different than our other pins, and I think that's really good. And then defensively, I thought she was locked into the scout, some very specific things that we thought they could do. She was ready to go, and she made some good plays.
Thanks.
I don't know, forceful. Like you guys were making better reads and getting in better position as the match wore on. How did that develop?
Yeah, that was definitely something that we talked about in between sets, was getting block touches so our defenders could play behind us a little better. So I think it was learning hitters' tendencies and where the setter was setting at different points just so we could get better touches.
About midway through the third set, there was a shift on the court, and it's when you really took momentum. Can you talk about what felt different out there?
Yeah, I feel like we just started playing together a little more. The beginning just felt a little chaotic and kind of we were 6 people playing on the court. But about in the third set, we kind of came together and just really started clicking all together as one big team. And I think that really helped us, and the energy in here was great tonight too, so that really helped.
How big was the start of 5 after they went on that, I think they finished with a 4-1 run to start 4, and that usually is how's set 5 going to start?
Yeah.
How big was it to get off to that huge run, make them call an early timeout?
Yeah, we definitely talked about that, they weren't going to roll over, they weren't just going to give up and give us the 5th set. So to come out swinging, come out aggressive, and we've learned that in other 5th sets that we've played that we need to come out aggressive. And so we just did that, and it worked, so.
This is the second time y'all have had a down 2-0 to winning comeback. You talk about the grit of the team.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think definitely have seen it, but we also need to learn how to start off a little stronger so we don't have to do that. But it's been a lot of fun. Our team has showed a lot of heart this last couple of weeks.
So you and Kendra got going on the slide as, late in 3, round 4 and 5. What started clicking there?
Yeah, I think I was just waiting an extra second. That's something I've been working on, and she was putting up great balls. And so I had a couple one-on-one blocks, so it was just, her balls were great, so it was easy to put them away then.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Thanks.
I felt like big transition was the way the match was won tonight. What did you see that, started to spark you guys in that area? Because it seemed like once you guys got that going, the crowd followed.
Yeah, I think we talked about after when we were in the locker room between sets 2 and 3 that we have to go out, we have to start touching more balls off of the block with defenders, and I think we translated and we got more block touches, and then defenders were able to work off of that. And then I think that just showed our hustle plays were able to last a little bit longer, and we had some amazing plays. Ellie had an amazing save that got the crowd going, and I think we just fed off of that energy for the rest of the match.
You were really aggressive on those second touch attacks. Was it something you saw in scout or something you saw in the moment?
They told me to be active. They said from the start, just see what they're going to do. And I saw that they were giving me opportunities to. And our passers were doing a great job of putting balls up to where I could be active. And so I just took that opportunity when I saw it, guys.
It seemed like the parity got more balanced as the match wore on. What allowed you guys to be in system as often as you were and have as many options as you did?
Yeah, I think our serve receive really stepped up. I think in set 1 they still did a decent job, but I think we saw that step up a little bit more in that 3rd, 4th, 5th set, so I was able to distribute a little bit more. And then also we were just getting more defensive touches to where it was just giving me more opportunities to set different people as the plays went longer.
I think Ava hit 380 plus, you hit above 400? 18 kills, 2 errors. I think
it was 381.
For a pin, that's pretty absurd. What kind of a heater was she on tonight?
I think she just got going. She found her little spark, and it just became a feed her the ball type of thing. And, give her the right ball, and she'll put it away. And we, again, passers did a great job to allow me to set her. And then I knew every time she could put that ball away, she had that heat, had that spark, and went for it.
In the 5th, you had that big serve. What are you thinking about when you're stepping into the service line in a big moment like that?
Yeah, I think we're just going back. We practice to go back and make every serve, every moment count. And so I think I was just going back there, took a deep breath, and just said, I'm going to go back and give it a hard, tough serve for them to try to defend.
Anything else?